Hi everyone, so today's video is going to be a little different. As you can see, I have a bunch of books all over my floor in my dining room right now because I'm going to be rearranging. I know it looks crazy and super messy. Please disregard that. It'll look better when I'm all the way done, but I'm going to be filling this bookshelf and then pardon my messy desk and the top of that. And then I'm going to be doing the top of my children's desk with some books as well. And I am sorry if you could hear the air conditioner in the background. I know the sound quality isn't probably going to be the best on this, but I hope you enjoy this. I also have this table here and my writing desk as well that I'll probably be putting some on, depending on how much room I need. But I'm also going to be decluttering some too, so hopefully I won't have as many books as I have now. I've actually kind of separated them already. Like, I have some in genres, kind of how I want to order them, because I didn't want this video to be too long. And then I have a huge discard pile so far, and I plan on going through more of these. Might be getting rid of some more. I don't know, we'll have to see. I really want to be able to make room so I could actually buy more books. I know it looks like I have so many, probably because I do, but, oh, yep, there's some hiding. Right here, I had to move my entire dining room table over, and I placed so much stuff on top of it that was on my bookshelves. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So I'm probably going to be starting with the bookshelves. Sorry, I know I probably look a hot mess right now. It is the end of the day, it's like around 10:30, and I am very tired, but I wanted to get this video filmed because I was planning on doing a makeup tutorial today, but then my brushes were still wet from when I washed them the night before, so that was kind of out of the question. So, I don't know, I just hope you enjoy this. So when it comes to organizing, I'm not 100% sure which way I'm going to be going, but I do know I want to keep series together, so that's probably what I'm going to start off with. And, of course, I am starting off with my favorite series, Harry Potter. I will probably keep these books forever. And I think for the next series I'm going to put up here, I'm going to be putting the Percy Jackson series. Actually, I do have the first series and then one of the companion series for this, so I actually might be putting those on this shelf right here. Sorry also if the lighting is really off, I'm just using the light from my dining room. And I know that this is not part of the series quite yet. They are going to, Ernest Cline did announce that he was going to write a sequel to Ready Player One, and he is one of my favorite authors, one of the ones I discovered within the last year, I guess you could say, and I have both of these books, and I'm just going to be putting these on the top shelf. On the top shelf, boy am I tired. Now, I did quickly want to mention that most of what I'm putting up so far I have read. So I've read all of these and I really enjoy them, so I am going to be keeping them. And I will mention if I haven't read something, if I feel like I have enough time, and then things I do plan on reading. The ones that I'm getting rid of are ones I probably never will reach for. But yeah, and then this is one of my favorite series as well. This is the Mortal Instruments, City of Bones. I love Cassandra Clare as an author, and I really need to get more of her books actually, so I mean, I'll probably be having to rearrange all of my books again very soon in the near future. Oh, fucking god, you scared the shit out of me. I am. Filming me. Rearranging. You can't see you. I'll cut it out if you want. You can hear this. This is actually a series I have yet to read. I've tried starting it a few times, and I don't know, I just really wasn't getting into it, but I am going to give it a third chance, and if I don't like them, I will be getting rid of them. So, my camera stopped recording on me, and I did this row, as you could clearly see. Some of the series that I have, I don't recall the orders in which they go in. If they have them like numbered on the books, then I'll put them in order, but if I can't remember off of the top of my head, I'm just going to be placing them onto the shelf, and then I'll just worry about that later. And some of my books, like this one here, it actually came from a library sale, so if you see some of my books that look like they're from a library, it's because I bought them at library sales. I get a lot of my books from library sales to help fill holes in my series that I may have. And then I also go on thriftbooks.com and I get some books there, and also Better World Books. And then I go to like secondhand shops to get some of my books too, and then I will buy them new from like actual stores and all that jazz. But yeah, basically that's just kind of how I accumulated so many over the years, is just getting them from multiple places. And so since that footage wasn't recording, here's just a quick little glimpse at this shelf. I have yet to read the Hush Hush series, and I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be quite honest. It doesn't quite sound like something I'm going to be like drawn into automatically, but I am going to keep them and try giving them a shot. And then if I have read the Hunger Games, and then I have the Pride and Prejudice and Zombie series, and I also have two other books by Seth Grahame-Smith that I have right next to it, because I didn't really want to like put those elsewhere, since he did the original Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, the one from Jane Austen, and then there is a prequel and a sequel from author, I believe his name is Stephen Hawkinsmith, so those are right there. So I recently picked up this series from a library sale as well, and I thought I would give them a shot. They had all 4 of the books there, so I was like, you know what, why not? They weren't expensive at all. They were like, I think 25 cents a book. But the hardcover ones were, I think, were like 50 cents a book, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to buy them. And if I like them, then I like them, and if I don't, then I don't. And then I do have this book by Stephanie Meyer, and I do have the Twilight series right here. And there's just something really nostalgic about these books. They're not really a series that I think I will read again, but I don't know, there's just something about them and the time that I read them. I had just started dating my husband, and I don't know, it just gives me a really good sense of nostalgia, and I think that's why I'm going to be keeping those. And then I have the Aragon series. My sister recommended me these like 2 years ago, or maybe even longer, and so I bought them, and then I still have yet to get around to reading them. They do sound interesting to me, so I am going to be keeping them. And so that completes this bookshelf right here. I am worried because these bookshelves, while they are pretty sturdy, they were from Home Depot. And, I mean, over the years, I've had these for about, I want to say, 6 years, and they are starting to bow a little, the top 2 shelves, and then that one right there, along with some of the ones on this shelf. Probably because I put too many books on them, so I don't know. I probably will have to rearrange them again, do a lighter load on each, kind of like, I don't know. And sorry about this dress stand right here. I do sew in my spare time when I do have time for that, so that's just been sitting there for literally months. Now, as you could tell from most of the books I've shown you so far, I do love reading fantasy and like post-apocalyptic, kind of like dystopian books. And that's for mainly two reasons. One, because I do enjoy reading them. And then two, because for those of you who may not know, I myself am a writer, and my main genre that I prefer to write in is fantasy, urban fantasy, dystopian, kind of in that realm. So that's just kind of why I enjoy reading it, because I love reading what I enjoy writing as well. So I have all the Game of Thrones, I have an actual box set. After I discovered this series on HBO, and I started watching it before I read the books, and then my husband realized I had this huge obsession all of a sudden, so he saw this box set, and he bought it for me, which was super sweet, but I've actually yet to read them. I tried reading, I think I got through most of the first one, but it's just, since I already knew the storyline, that's one of the issues I have when it comes to watching things before reading the books that they're based off of, is since I already know the storyline, it's just kind of hard to read the book for me sometimes, since I already know what's going to happen. I mean, I know there are discrepancies in between books and shows and movies and all that, but I mean, still, it also has to really, like, be a certain style of writing that just holds me in real fast. And these just kind of dragged on for me, like, when it came to reading them, so I don't know. I am going to keep them, though. Now, I don't actually have any more fantasy or dystopian series left to organize, so I think I'm going to just be putting, well, actually, you know what? The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, that series I had already put up on the other bookshelf, and that's not even fantasy or dystopian, but I just really like that series, so I wanted it to be on the top shelf with Harry Potter. So I think I'm just going to be diving in to the other series that I have, which are mainly like kind of like spy series or like thriller, suspense, mystery series. So the next series that I'm going to be putting up there is The Da Vinci Code. I love the Robert Langdon series, and I love Dan Brown as an author. And I have the first, second, third, and fourth in this series, and then I have two other of his books that I plan on keeping in the same area with the series. So that first shelf is done. Now this other series that I really do enjoy is, now I don't know if this series has a name to it either, but it is the main protagonist in this book is, how do you say his name? Okay, it's either Mika or Micah. So it's either Mika or Micah Dalton, and this is kind of like a spy series, kind of in the similar vein to the Bourne Identity series, Jason Bourne series, which I actually do have. I have so many of those. I think I'm missing, like, I don't know, 2, 3. But yeah, those are a lot. But then, so I have all 4 in this series. I think there's only 4. I've only ever came across 4, but I really like this series. Now, even though these next books aren't part of a series, they are all by the same author. And since I have so many of the Jason Bourne books, I think they're going to have to be going all on the bottom shelf for all of them to stay together. So I am just going to put these books here next. Actually, I do have another series. I actually have parts of a series. I don't have all of them, but I do have, what is this series called? You know, I know, like, certain series have, like, names that kind of group them all together, like Harry Potter series and, like, what is it, the Mortal Instrument series, but I don't know the names of all the series that I own. I just know, like, you know, they're in the series together. But this is the In the Woods by Tana French, and I have 3. I think there's, like, 5 or 6, I want to say, in the series. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if you know, because I'm just so tired. I don't want to look it up right now, but I have 3 of these. Books I was talking about before are all by John Grisham. Let's see here. I have A Painted House, The Testament, The Broker, and The Runaway Jury. I love John Grisham as an author, and I have read The Runaway Jury and I have read The Testament. I have yet to read these 2, but I'm going to get them because I know I'm going to be reading them. And then I need to fill up just a little more space on this side before I put anything right there. And I think I'm going to be putting both of these books. So, just to let you know, I'm awful when it comes to names. Like, I will doubt what a last name is so many times, and I feel just so bad probably saying this awfully wrong, but is it Dennis Lehane? Is it? I don't know. Oh my goodness. But I do have Mystic River and I do have Shutter Island. This book, I love this book. I have yet to read Mystic River, but then I saw this in a secondhand store not that long ago. So I was like, you know what? I loved Shutter Island, so I might as well read this. Now we are on the last shelf in this bookcase, and okay, I do not have any idea the order in which these Jason Bourne books are supposed to be in. I do know that the first 3 go in this order: the Bourne Identity, Supremacy, and then Ultimatum. And then I believe the 4th one is called Legacy, right? Yes, we're going to say that's Legacy, I think. And then I'm just going to be putting, let's see, how many more do I have? I have Deception, Objective, Betrayal, Dominion, Imperative, and Sanction. I have no idea what order these go in, and I do believe that there are more in this series. I have read the first 4. That is why I do know the order of those, but I have not read the other ones yet. So I'm just going to be putting these in there pretty randomly, and then I will look it up later what order they should be in. Also kind of have to see how many more are in the series so I can just add to my collection. And I do have this book by Robert Ludlum as well, and I might as well just keep it with the other books by him. Yeah, and I think that just completes that bottom right there. There's just so many in that series. All I have to do is put my other candle that matches this one I put up here, right there. And voila, that completes this bookshelf. Not quite as uniform looking as the previous one, but hey, I really don't care, honestly. I do have some fantasy and like dystopian standalone novels that I have that I really do need to put somewhere, but I think this is on the top of my larger desk. I think I'm going to be putting my classics on this area, probably. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think I have enough room right here to put all of them. I hope so, because if I don't, I'm going to be a little pissed at myself. Now, honestly, I have no idea, like, how I'm going to be putting them. I'm probably just going to group them all together in whatever random order. I'm not a big person who, like, alphabetizes or goes by color. I do like to go by genre. And, I mean, I could alphabetize, but I don't know, I'm just not feeling it right now, so. Now, when it comes to classic novels, I just kind of go, like, by anything that's, like, older. That was first editions that were older. I don't have, like, first editions of these books. Just books that I know were written a long time ago. So, things like my favorite, first and foremost, Jane Austen. My husband bought me this monster of a book that has all 7 of her novels in it. And I do have some standalone novels that my mother-in-law gave me, Sense and Sensibility, I believe. So, I mean, even though I have that book in this one, I think I'm going to be keeping that as well. Now, I do have 2 books by Jules Verne, and I'm going to be keeping these side by side. We have 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, A Journey to the Center of the Earth. I have read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and I have yet to actually read this one, but I have seen movies based off of this book. Now, this right here is just a torn up copy of The Swiss Family Robinson. But, I mean, I kind of like books that look super distressed sometimes, and they just look like they've been around for ages. They just had a lot of love. This one's just being held together by a bunch of tape. And then I also have some books that I recall having to read when I was in high school. So whenever I see those books, I just grab them. I don't know why. When I was in high school, I didn't really enjoy reading them, but then as I got older and I've given a lot of them second chances, I've actually really liked them. So I have right here, I have Lord of the Flies, Fahrenheit 451, Huckleberry Finn, The Catcher in the Rye, and Flowers for Algernon. And surprisingly, I really like these books. This one is by far my favorite out of all of these that I had to, that was required reading. But yeah, it's just books I want to keep, and if my children ever have to read these books, I think it would just be great to have discussions surrounding these books, just to kind of help them with anything that they're struggling with when it comes to these. I have 2 books by Charles Dickens. This one is one of those what is it? They're illustrated, and they kind of childish layout and format. But you know, I just grabbed it because I do love A Tale of Two Cities, and I have actually never read this one. So I don't know if this is exact word for word from the book. I don't know, I'll have to look into that. Then I have some random books right here. I have yet to read this, but I really want to. It's The Tin Flute. This is one of my favorite books of all times. I love The Count of Monte Cristo. I don't know, I've read this book at least 4 times, and I don't know, there's just something about it that I love so much. And then I also have this book by H.G. Wells, The Time Machine. Have yet to read it. I have seen a couple movies based off of it, and I have liked the plot. So I will be reading that as well. Another one of my favorites is Little Women. I have read this book at least 3 or 4 times, and I love the movie. Oop, timber. And then I think I also have a biography about Louisa May Alcott. I don't know, I'll have to look into that. And then I also have Crime and Punishment here. And then, to finish all this off here, I have Catch-22, which I have yet to read, but I do plan on reading it. Uncle Tom's Cabin, which I have yet to read, but I do plan on reading it. I have a collection of short stories here. You have everybody from William Faulkner, Herman Melville, Henry James, Edgar Allan Poe, and I love short stories every now and then. I'm not the biggest fan of reading short stories, but I love these authors, so I'm like, yes, please. Let's see, I have The Hamlet by William Faulkner. I have yet to read this. Have Islands in the Stream by Ernest Hemingway. And I have these 2 little books that my mother-in-law gave me. I have read both of these, and they were simple, easy little reads, and they're just like, I don't know, they were kind of intriguing. I had never heard of these before, The Master of the Inn and The Land of the Blue Flower, but they were enjoyable, simple reads. Seriously, they're gonna keep falling like that? And then I have Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. I don't know how old this book is, it just kind of looks like it would fit in with these other guys, so I'm just throwing it right in there. And then, I love snow globes, and even though this one is Christmas related, I keep it out. Just because I love snow globes, and I probably plan to collect a bunch in the near future. And granted, I don't know where I would be putting them, but right now this guy is going right there. Okay, next section I'm going to be working on is this table right here. And I might have to put some on my writing desk right here. We shall see. I have some random stuff right here that I don't know, it's just, I've been throwing stuff everywhere, putting stuff everywhere, trying to figure out where it's all going to go. But I am going to be keeping this radio right here. It's like a little mini jukebox, but it's a radio, and it's super cute, so that is staying there. I have to find out where to put all of this random stuff as well. So here is kind of a glimpse of all these books. I love books about animals, so I have these two, and I love these books. And then some of these I have read, and some of them I have not. Some of them I have picked up after I realized that they were based off of books, if I've seen the movies or TV shows or what have you. And like The Fault in Our Stars, I've yet to read that, but I have seen the movie. I've read that one, not read that one, read that one, you know, so on and so forth. And then here's just kind of a glimpse. I don't really like romance novels, to be quite honest, but I love Nicholas Sparks, and I've read all three of these, and these are all, I believe, adapted to film as well. Got that from my mother-in-law, and then just a whole other slew of books here. By the way, if you see any books that you would like to know my thoughts on throughout this video, just let me know in the comments, and I will do a review and a look, kind of like how I was doing before. I've just been in a big reading slump for some bizarre reason. This happens to me all of the time. I will read for months straight. That'll be everything I do in my downtime, and then I just kind of get burnt out. The plots seem to just kind of be so similar sometimes if you read too much, for me anyway, and I just get sick of it. Sometimes I just need a really good, unique book to kind of kickstart me back into reading. So if you have any books like that as your recommendations, I would highly appreciate that. You know what I just realized? I forgot a small pile of books for this section. Oh my goodness, this is going to bug the ever-loving crap out of me. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these final 6 books. Actually, no, scratch that. Final 10 books. So I probably will just be putting them on my writing desk right here, because I am starting to run out of room. I am at the top of my children's desk, and I really don't know where to place my stand to film this the best, so I don't know. we're just gonna have to roll with it, I guess. But the first set of books I'm going to be putting here are historical fiction, and I do have quite a lot of those as well, and I do have biographies and like nonfiction to put here too. I don't read a lot of nonfiction, but I do like some, so I will probably start with those at the very corner over here, and I'm just going to stack those laying flat up. And then for this spot, oh goodness, what am I going to put right here? I have, what do I have left? Let's go look. Ooh, sorry if you see random balloons everywhere. Even though my daughter's birthday party was the end of May, we still have a bunch of balloons around the house. I do have some fantasy right here, some mystery thriller ones right here, a random one right there, and then I do have, oh goodness, I have a stack that I really have to go through right here. On this pile is a like mystery thriller section. These are all young adult. I really have to go through these and see if I want to keep all of these as it is. And then I did go through a huge, and I mean huge, Sandra Brown phase like years ago. And the books that I have right here I'm going to be keeping, just because these ones sound the most interesting to me. And these ones by Sandra Brown I am going to be getting rid of. As you can see, I had an odd obsession. So far, did I show this? I do not know. This is what I got going on. Right here at the end I have a like collection books like fairy tales and short stories. And then I'm going to be putting this random book. I have no idea where to put this dang thing. This sounds somewhat interesting. I think I'm going to keep it. I think it is a romance. But you know, every now and then I do like them. I just don't like them that much. And then right here in this section, this blank section, I think I'm going to be putting those Sandra Brown books stacked flat on top of each other. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Now, does this look the best? Probably not. I mean, I'm not really doing this for like aesthetically pleasing, just generally aesthetically pleasing, not like pristine or anything like that. And it kind of bugs me that like I'm starting to get down to like sections where like I can't put all the same thing in like one area, but then I'll be putting pictures right here that I have on my table currently. So yeah, now I just have to figure out where the heck to put the rest of them. So I just put some photos right here. A family, some fake flowers. That is totally busted. I didn't even realize that. Let's see if I could get the glare off of it. Until I was trying to do this. So I have to change that frame. So the next area I think I could put stuff is on top of this file cabinet. I think I want to, this is actually a record player right here, and these books right here were my father-in-law's and my husband's. So since he passed away a year ago, I do kind of want to have like, because he was really into golf, I want to have all the golf stuff we have of his right here, just to kind of, you know, be like a nice little tribute. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Next question I have to tackle is which books I'm actually going to be putting right here. I have more fantasy books left than anything else. I might be able to squeeze the other ones someplace I already have books, so we will just be putting the extra fantasy books I have right on there. So I am worried that this is just gonna tip right off on this side right here. So I need to figure something out for that. These are just some random standalone novels I have. I loved the original Hero series, so when I saw this, I had to get it. And I love horns. I have yet to read these two right here. I did start Violin. I have seen that movie, have yet to read the book. Same with this. Love Winter's Tale, and I am keeping Red Riding Hood and Beastly just because they're easy reads, and I think my kids might be into them when they're a little older. I'm actually going to swap this real quick here, because I think I Am Legend... Ew, don't fall over, don't fall over. Come on. I love I Am Legend. I actually have another book by Richard Matheson. I think that's how you say his name. I think, oh goodness, what is it? I do, it is What Dreams May Come. I don't know, maybe I should put them together. It's kind of going to bug me that they're separated because they are both by the same author. I don't know. But yeah, this looks kind of silly. We have this file cabinet my mother-in-law gave me, and I put a lot of my kids, my son, he's the one in school right now. I put a lot of his school projects in here, and I really have to go through them, because if you saw the desk, his school desk is just filled with, like, the last 2 months of paperwork from when he was in school. He is on summer vacation now, and he gets really upset if I get rid of anything from school because he loves school, which I love that he loves school right now. But, so I have to do that when he's sleeping, and I don't have time to do that right now because it is almost midnight. But I really need to do that. That'll look a lot better once that's done. I really need to, like, put, like, I don't know, different... I think there's wallpaper on this file cabinet. I have to, like, paint it or something because I don't really like the weird beigey color. I don't know, nothing really goes together in my dining room anyway. But what can you do? While I'm here, I might as well just quickly organize this little section. So like I did mention, my husband's father was really into golf. So we have all of this golf stuff right here. Little person, a couple golf books, just some other books that my mother-in-law brought over that were his as well. And I don't know what this is, but it's some kind of golf-related item. So here's a messy desk. Here's what I have going on right now. I might be moving this right here, this record player, to over here because it's pretty low, so it won't block this window too bad. Because my mother-in-law does have a bookshelf she's going to be giving me that needs to be cleaned, painted, and sealed because it does have a little smoke damage on it. So I'm thinking of putting that right here since this window is pretty large. And I think it's going to be about the same height as this desk. So I will have that right here. When I get that in, maybe I'll do like a Instagram story rearranging it or something. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, I'll probably be switching this up. I do have 3 books by David, what's his name? Oh god, I'm gonna butcher this. Baldacci, I don't know. And 2 by James Patterson. Let me see. Do I have any room anywhere to put these? No, I don't. Oh my goodness. Oh no. It's gonna bug me. But I have those, and then I have all of these books here still too. When I get the other bookshelf, these will hopefully fit on that. Well, I mean, of course they will, because it is a pretty big bookshelf. I already know what it looks like and everything. But, yeah, I'll probably go through all of these. Maybe I'll do a part 2 of this, where I rearrange that bookshelf, especially if I do end up getting, I have a huge list of books that I want to get from, like, TV shows that I've seen recently that I really want to, get the books that they're based off of, like The Alienist and Altered Carbon. I think that has a couple books in that series. I think The Alienist has a couple books in that series as well. And then just little bits and bobs here and there, like maybe another one of the series by Cassandra Clare. I don't know. We will just have to see how that goes. So I guess I'm going to just be putting these like right in that corner on the ground for now. Oh god. That's so awful. But, it's gonna bug the crap out of me, but it is what it is. And then I need to find a box to put all these in, and I'm either going to donate, maybe I will ask some of my sisters if they want any of these. I'll take a picture of them, ask them if they want any of these books, and I could send those to them. If not, I will just be donating them to somebody. But yeah, I think that brings this video right now to a close. So, I mean, I know my channel is mainly makeup based, like a lot of tutorials, but if you like these kinds of videos, just let me know. I like to break it up every now and then and do like I don't know, like I have my vlog from my little mini vacation with my family, and my wig video, even though that was kind of beauty related. But I do like having like maybe a little glimpse into just like other stuff in my life every now and then. So let me know if that's something you like in the comments, and maybe I'll do them like twice a month or something like that. Do like little vlogs, little organizing things. Like that desk needs help. My desktop computer right here doesn't even really work that well. This was given to us a while ago, and we need to get a new one. And then that pile of crap right there, and then all these drawers are like so full of stuff that I really need to go through them and organize. Same with, right now, all of my writing stuff normally sits right here when I'm writing at my writing desk. So right now it's just all piled on this chair along with a bunch of other random stuff. And my writing desk could really use some organization as well. So let me know if those are videos you might be interested in seeing, and I will film those maybe for like next month or something. I don't know, just let me know. Random, my face cast. I made this face cast of my face myself using, what is it, plaster wrap? And then a plaster of Paris, I think it was. And this is air dry clay. This is like a half mask. I plan on doing a Mazikeen look and do it based off of the comics. If you don't know what I'm referring to, have you ever seen the show Lucifer? I love that show. I am so happy it was picked up by Netflix because it was canceled by Fox. And I have these little horns for my Black Zodiac series that I'm going to be doing soon as well. So yeah, I think that is just going to be bringing this video to a close. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video. Well, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you aren't already. And I'll see you in my next one.